for my channeling recently. I also haven't posted in about a day and a half, and so I'm really excited for this live reading. For some reason, I felt the need to take that small time away, and I'm really excited to dive in tonight because, like I said, there's been a lot of Bruno Mars songs on my mind for some reason. So I don't know if that resonates with anyone, but like really passionate love energy coming through. So we already have a couple of pre-orders for today's live, but for those of you who are new and are wondering how this works, the link to my website is in my bio. If you would like a personal live reading during this time together, then you just choose 1, 2, or 3 questions from my website. It'll be under live reading. Leave your questions in the checkout, and then once your purchase is complete, you come on back here, we check in together, and we go ahead and do your reading. So we have a few. We have Elizabeth, and then we have Rosas. I'll just use Rosas because there's a very long name here. And then we have Renee, and then Kelsey. So that is our lineup so far for the day. If any of you are here, Elizabeth, Carmen, Rosas, Renee, or Kelsey, then just check into the comments. Otherwise, yeah, go ahead and check in from wherever you are around the world. I'm checking in from California. Hi, Holland, Arizona, Napa, California, love it. I'm Los Angeles, California. We have Germany, Miami, South Africa. I do lives. I do lives for, I want to say at least 2 to 3 times a week. Each one is typically posted on my website for pre-orders for those of you who want to make sure you get in the lineup, because I do have a very limited amount of readings that I can do during each live. And just as a reminder, I usually don't start lives until 4:30, so it wouldn't surprise me if Elizabeth or Carmen Rosas, Renee or Kelsey, if any of you are here. Oh, perfect. Hi, love. I'm so glad that you're here. Okay. Carmen Rosas. So these will be personal readings, and I always close our time together with a collective reading. Okay, love. So I'm just going to read through your questions so that I can make sure I simplify them for you. We are going to be pulling from my love deck. I'm very excited for this. Okay, so your first question . Okay, your first question is, what do I need to know about my love life? So Marrette, this message is for you. Your first question is, what do you need to know about your love life? And you have a specific person in mind. Okay, Okay, I love that we're starting off the night with a Queen of Roses energy. This is what I consider to be one of the most powerful energies of this deck, or one of the most powerful cards you can pull from this deck, simply because it is literally like Queen of Love energy. It also lets me know that you're very prepared for this love, almost like overqualified for this love. If anything, I find myself wondering why you are questioning yourself with this person at all. So the Queen of Roses is as skilled at attracting people to her and managing the intrigue that swirls around her court as the spiders who's woven diamond-shaped webs in tribute to her. She is magnetic and creative. She knows everyone and their secrets and knows how to use information to make things happen. She is popular and fiercely independent. Now I'm hearing specifically in your world, like in your world, you really stand out, or you're very much in a main character energy right now is what it feels like. Very proud of who you are and the way that you're showing up in the world. When you emulate or get involved with someone with her energy and the qualities, it will generate possibilities for an active social life. So even this love connection could be opening you up to receive more friendship, more connections as well. She is willful and likes excitement and attention. She always wants to meet new people, and she will pull you along with her. If she is with a partner, she will push and prod that person to play and have more fun. She is cheerful, and those around her feel the warmth, love, and humor from her sunny disposition. She can tire you out with her busy schedule and can-do attitude. Feel inspired, and you will inspire trust. You know what's coming through for this? Is it's really important for you to be able to see yourself as this energy right now and hold yourself in this regard, like hold yourself in very high regard. Behave like royalty. Use your connections to get things done. Be true to your beliefs about true love, and it will manifest in your life. Heat up your romantic life by being more outgoing. Parties and other gatherings will benefit you. Find a project that stimulates you. It will lead you to meet like-minded people. Inspire with your enthusiasm and vitality. Don't worry about what others think. So this card coming out for your first question makes me believe that this is what this person is viewing you as right now. So they're viewing you in a very positive light. That I'm also picking up that they have very strong feelings towards you. I don't know if you've shared with this person your history of dating, but that might possibly be one of the things that draws this person to you. I really feel like he finds value in you, like, or he sees you as this high value partner. He might already even be seeing you as a partner is what's coming through as well. So your next question is, tell me what I need to know about what is really going on in your relationship. You know what's coming through for what you've asked? Okay, I'm glad that that resonates with you. What's coming through for this question is that you're picking up on his energy. You're picking up on the thoughts and feelings that he might have from past relationships. Maybe he was burned in some way. And so it's not your anxiety and your intrusive thoughts that aren't allowing you to enjoy this. It's his anxiety and his intrusive thoughts that are now being energetically, it's like transmuted through you. And so maybe even allowing yourself to step back from those feelings and those thoughts in order to be able to observe them and decide, okay, is this coming from within me, or is this something that I feel like is disconnected from me in some way? Is this something that I feel like is not belonging to me? So we do have the Five of Roses coming out in reverse. This to me is a confirmation that it's not your energy. I don't feel like this person is hesitating because they have any I almost feel like they might not feel like they're good enough for this connection is what's coming through. And again, it comes through with this fierce and powerful forces arrayed against you, maybe too much to overcome at this time. So maybe that's what's overwhelming you right now. It's just what they are experiencing because this love is that good. Gossip, jealousy, or insensitivity may drive you to an argument that you might regret. A misunderstanding, specifically the misunderstanding is standing out, may lead to a decrease in your self-esteem. Okay, that to me is what you're feeling right now. A misunderstanding of the energy that you're receiving. It's not your energy, it's theirs. So what this is confirming is like, don't talk to the, like, don't approach this person about what you're feeling unless you are confident that it is coming from you. If you can't confidently say that it is your energy and your thoughts and claim those as yours, then you are not meant to come forward with communication about it, because it has to do with them. And also, if you try to come forward to them saying, hey, like, this is your energy, are you okay? They're not really going to understand that well, because if they understood it, then they wouldn't be feeling it or having those thoughts. Does that make sense? It's not something that they necessarily understand. It also doesn't feel like something that's super heavy or something that should stand in the way of your connection at this time. It just kind of feels like something that you're observing. So be careful not to let a disagreement about a small matter, overly upset you. Guard against actions based on frustration, anger, hate, and prejudice. If you suspect disloyalty, take a breather before you have confrontation, as the information you are acting on may not be true. Yeah, so to me, this is just a really strong confirmation that you need to make sure it's even your energy, because I don't feel like it is. I feel like this is something that's kind of being projected onto you, and not from a conscious place. Like, they're not doing it on purpose, and they're not doing it to harm you. Like, right now it's just kind of thoughts, it's like feelings, but it's nothing too heavy, it's nothing too crazy. So I don't feel like you need to give a lot of your time and energy to this at this time. And for those of you asking, this is a personal reading for Marrette. And so your last question, Marrette, you want to know about what is really going on. Oh, you want to know now how to improve your relationship with this beautiful human being. They are really infatuated with you, is what's coming through. Like, very interested, more so than they have been in a long time. Okay, with a 10 of wings. So there might be some difficulty right now. So let's find out what that is, so that maybe we can guide you to a better understanding. It just feels like there's a lot going on, actually, just intuitively reading into this energy. It feels like there's so many moving parts. Like, it feels like you're moving a little bit. It feels like this person's energy, at least in connection to you, is shifting. Like, for some reason, it just doesn't feel like the right time for you to come together in a way where it feels like it's locked in. You are meant to know each other right now. That's really important. So though difficult times have come and may still be ongoing, the worst is over. So that's just the confirmation of kind of what I was picking up on, of like, hey, it doesn't really feel like the issues that are here are that serious or that demanding at this time. Like, this coming through and saying, hey, that's the worst that it's gonna get. Like, these thoughts and these intrusive feelings and lower vibrational energies that you're picking up on, that's the worst it's gonna get. And so it's kind of a really positive energy that's coming through and letting you know. However, I feel like this is really dependent on you being able to not overthink or overreact on what you're kind of picking up on at this time. So you may be feeling drained. You have experienced, some doubt, uncertainty in this relationship. You could even go so far as to say it's been sort of like a dark night of the soul, because of how intense this might be for you after such a long period of time being away from relationships. So it is especially hard to endure this alone. Sharing difficulties can strengthen a relationship. Problems faced together can produce the wisdom and compassion to help each other in crisis. The hopes and dreams of the past may be dashed, but new ones will arise in time. If words cannot comfort a wound this deep and loss this devastating, may require a more professional level of help. I really don't feel like this needs a professional level of help. I think that sometimes this applies, like sometimes the energies do feel really heavy, but within this specific connection, this feels like simple communication can put unease at bay. Like, not even coming forward and saying, hey, like, I'm feeling pretty bad, or I'm thinking about this, I'm overthinking about this. It's more just like coming forward and saying, hey, I really like you. Like, do you really like me too? Because I feel really good about this and I'm excited to see where this goes. It's like a lot of positive affirmation and confirmations can go a really long way in your connection, because it doesn't feel like there's something that is so heavy that it really needs to be like dived into, or, you know, more time needs to be spent on that. So at this time, as far as what you need to know to improve your relationship, more words of affirmation, more verbal confirmation of how you're feeling and what you hope to be feeling with this person. I just keep hearing that like there's no reason to be scared of this. There's no reason to fear this. Especially because I'm kind of picking up that your person is fearing like how good this feels, but not in a way where they're going to act out of character, or act in a way that is unnatural for the love that they feel with you, but more just in a way that might make them hesitate to come forward, or might make them hesitate to share those thoughts and feelings with you. But if you share those thoughts and feelings, this person is going to be more than happy to reciprocate that energy, and it is going to allow the two of you to grow closer together, even though there's a distance there. This does feel like a really positive relationship for the two of you. Like I said, nothing too heavy that needs to be focused on at this time. So, oh, I'm so glad. Okay. You've talked about it already. Wonderful. Okay. So talking about it is one thing, taking action on it is another. You do not need to have that conversation again. Prove it to each other. Start showing up continuously in that energy. You're going to have a very beautiful and very long-lasting relationship. In fact, I am picking up on a vision of like you two together as an older couple, like as an aged couple. Also, for some reason, Italy is very significant here, like traveling to Italy, or possibly even settling or living in Italy. It just feels like a very slow, very fulfilling paced lifestyle, like nothing too fast, kind of like the energy of this relationship. So thank you so much, Marrette. Okay, and then we have, okay, Leslie, I do see your order here. Now we do have, okay, me is a pre-book. So we have Renee, Kelsey, or Elizabeth are our pre-books. So which one are you, my love? Oh my God, that's such a cool confirmation. She said, she literally gasped because Italy is my dream destination. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. That also just confirms to me that this is a very accurate reading. So thank you so much for that confirmation. Also 333 for anyone who is in the PST time zone. Okay. Okay, Elizabeth, wonderful. Okay, so you, my love, would like a message about getting back together, and I won't say your person's name. You would like a message about getting back together with this specific person. You would like to know if you will reunite after healing. You mentioned that he had wanted you to heal and you were awakened to do the work you need to do for yourself. Okay, yeah, there was definitely, I'm picking up on heavy possession, heavy jealousy is specifically what's coming to mind. Possessive energy, jealousy, to the point where it almost became like, because there is a level of, you know, there is a level of possessiveness that can be seen as confidence, or that can be even seen as sexy, but this kind of took it a little too far is what's coming through here. So let's take a look at kind of what's going on internally to maybe create those insecurities. It does feel like you feel really strongly about this person, and this feels like something that feels so good for you. And I feel like maybe you know that this is so good. It also feels like a love that you've never necessarily had before. Maybe this person is even in a certain position of power that makes you feel like you need to kind of grasp onto that to make sure that you're keeping up with it. So we're going to pull a card here for you and see a little bit more about what you need to know about getting back together with your person. Interesting. Okay, hold on here. Hold on here. I almost need you to ask yourself the question of, it's like, is this person really all that is what's coming through? Are you really the problem, or are they the problem that is pointing the finger at you, saying that you are the problem? Are they like trying to convince you that you are something that you are not? That's what's coming through here with the King of Gems in reversed. So let me just read this passage and read into this a little bit more. Because the jealousy, the possession, it's all there. Like, I can definitely pick up on that. But I'm almost wondering if it's coming from like his wounding that he then projected onto you, if that makes sense. The King of Gems reversed leans on his staff to symbolize he is retired from a life of pomp, responsibility, and ceremony. Okay, interesting. He has renounced his wealth and positioned to embark on a journey to find the meaning of life. He is determined to walk the great philosophers of the ages path, learning from everyone he encounters, respecting their attempts to make sense of their lives. His earthly sense of humor is touched with a hint of sorrow because he is a realist and has compassion for those less fortunate. He loves his queen with all his heart and soul, but no longer puts their relationship first. Interesting. Interesting. Which would definitely align if you're mentioning that you were always told that this was a twin flame union. That would make a lot of sense, because the twin flame union requires you to put yourself first. It actually requires both the masculine and the feminine to put themselves first. So you will soon meet or be required, and maybe that's why even he is bringing to light, you know, that you need to work on yourself, because it might be that he has already chosen that for himself. So you might be required to examine your attitude towards the qualities of a person like the King of Gems. You may find true love when you retire or are with someone who is retired. So even someone older, like this person might be a bit young. You both might be a bit young. So this could have a lot to do with age as well. You will improve your relationship by studying ultimate truth. So self-improvement, self-help books is what's coming through. And also just getting to the root of what your beliefs are, aside from what his are. Like really getting to know yourself, because if love is true, having different beliefs isn't necessarily what is going to break apart a couple. It's the miscommunication and it's the misunderstanding of the different beliefs that is going to bring a couple apart. You may find a charismatic partner who loves you just as you are, but he or she may love everyone equally is not interested in settling down. Again, coming in with that young energy. He or she may have attitudes, habits, or quirks that make being together difficult. Survival issues can cause this person to shun modern ways and the trappings of civilization. Very deep thinking energy is what's coming through. They could even be a Scorpio. Air sign is also coming through. A misguided search for what is real may lead him or her to have unreal expectations or outright disdain for what a monogamous true love relationship can be. So what's coming through from this is that really right now is not the time for this specific person to be in a relationship. And it's not even that it's not a time for you to be in a relationship, but because this person, because you're desiring of being with this person, it just doesn't work right now. They're not in the mindset. In fact, what I'm being shown is kind of this person moving even further away from the idea of being in a relationship because of how much discovery they're like self-discovery they're doing, but even to the point of kind of getting sucked down into, what do you call it? Like rabbit holes. So maybe that might resonate with you for this person as well. Getting sucked into rabbit holes of, you know, discovering the universe and different ways of thinking and believing and being. But also, I feel like they have it in their idea, they have this idea in their mind, what I'm being shown, of like, it needs to be this or nothing is kind of what's coming through. And so even them coming forward to you and saying, hey, like, you need to do work on yourself, like this isn't working because you need to show up for yourself, even that conversation is almost like a scapegoat is what's coming through. And you might have picked up on that as well. Like something just doesn't feel like an equal match or an equal partnership within this relationship. It might even just be that they are so much further along on their journey of self-discovery that it doesn't really make sense for the both of you in this lifetime. He said he had to focus on getting his daughter. That makes a lot of sense. Because something about time is coming through. Like he just doesn't have the time to give to you. Like he doesn't have the effort, the energy to give to you. And also in being with you, it takes away from what he truly wants as well. Yeah, and the struggling financially makes sense with the King of Gems being in reversed. So basically that whole card makes sense for your situation. Spirit. So what's coming through for you, because you did ask the specific question of will we reunite after healing, and I'm hearing he's too far gone, like he's too far decided on that path. Things will get better, but things aren't going to get better so that the two of you can be together. Things are going to get better. Like I'm hearing, so here's the beautiful thing about twin flame unions is when the twin flames choose divine union, which is divine union within self, it leads you ultimately to a greater soulmate connection. So you are being led to a greater love. And as far as being good friends, that I think is also a very important factor in twin flame unions. So the entire point, I want to read from my journal. Hold on one second, because I have exactly. I have exactly what you need, and I hope this makes sense. Because I channeled this specifically for twin flame unions. Sweet child, love cannot be defined and contained by what our minds have been taught over time love to be. But instead, it must be set free to exist as it comes and as it goes. Twin flame union is not a destiny of living together as perfect partners, but rather a journey of discovering ourselves and loving ourselves to the revelation of freedom. To love someone is to set them free, and one relationship may not end simply because a new one begins. A change and transformation is well underway for you both, but not the ending you are so familiar with. It has skewed your vision of true love. Your love with your flame is eternal. Desire for your love to be made whole with another will simultaneously lead to your wholeness in love with another. So basically your desire for your person to be happy in on their journey of coming into union with their daughter, with their true love, right? Will ultimately lead to your wholeness in love with your true love. Cry if you must, hate until it leaves your body, and all that is left is love. Then breathe and let go of tension and control until you wake up one morning next to the love of your life, knowing the love of your life is waking up next to theirs. And I think what's so powerful about this channel that came through for me is that it leaves it open. If it is truly your true love, or truly your twin flame, and it is truly meant to be, let me reset this because it keeps sliding. If it is truly meant to be, then it will be, regardless of time, regardless of circumstance. But no matter what, the purpose of the twin flame journey is to lead you into connection of true love. And no matter what, you will come into union with true love. And it's that simple. You're not meant to be alone. You're You're not meant to suffer. So long as you are connecting to yourself in a way that allows you to grow in consciousness and learn in love, you will come into union with true love. So thank you so much, Elizabeth. And then Renee and Kelsey, you are also 2 pre-orders. So if you are here, feel free to check in. And then after those 2, we have Leslie and Angela. According to the vision that I received from asking that question to my angels, no, it's not going to be him. So Renee, if you are here, and Kelsey, if you are here. You're very welcome, Elizabeth. And they might not be here simply because the live wasn't set to start until 4:30, so that's okay because we do have, unless that's Kelsey right here. Kelsey, is that you? And if it is not, then we will move on to Leslie and then Angela. And then Tony. Okay, so Leslie, since you are here and checked in, we're gonna go ahead and connect to your energy, dear. So if you feel called to put your question in the comments, you can go ahead and do that. Oh no. There should be a link in my bio, Melissa. At least from what I understand. Hold on. There isn't. Okay, hold on. Let me change that really quick. Okay, now there is a link in my bio. Thank you so much for pointing that out, by the way. Hi, Tony. I did receive your order. Okay. So, Leslie, back to you. Okay, so you want to know if you will reunite with your twin flame and if he will contact you soon. So let's dive into this energy. Will Leslie be reconnecting with your twin flame? Interesting. This actually could be. So we have death and transformation. So this is a confirmation of the transformation that you both may be undergoing at this time, which, like I said, is the purpose of twin flame union. Okay. So it's saying that you need to start again. The ghostly figure tries to run from death, but signs of disintegration are obvious. Oh. This to me is making me feel like you haven't done the work. Interesting. Let's dive into this. The death card is not about physical death. Upright or reversed, it means there is almost no hope that any situation you have asked about can be saved or an old situation resurrected. The fact that this card is upright means you will come to terms with this new reality. And you know what's interesting about that is that you have to come to terms with this reality. If you, it's it's like strange, the journey of the twin flame, because you have to completely let the person go to the point where you don't hope or think or believe that you are going to be coming back into union with that person. And so in order for that to even be a chance or an opportunity, you're not meant to, like, you have to let it go. You're not meant to come back into connection. Let me get rid of... Got it, Frosty. Okay. So facing profound change is unpleasant, but helps you realize what is important. As sad as it is, all things must pass away to make way for new growth in our spiritual development. It is not easy. Passion, deep emotional ups and downs, and sexual magnetism are all pulling at your heartstrings now. You will have to transform yourself in order to begin again. It's necessary. You must put the past in the past and believe you can find love again. Keep silent regarding what you've asked about. Don't speak about old relationships or even old times. Concentrate on what's happening now and what may be. Appreciate all the good things in your life and look to a new tomorrow. Hope never dies unless we let it die. What is passing away served as a catalyst for transformation in your life. Karmically, you are helped to open new doors that you may not have otherwise, or that you may have otherwise overlooked. As the poet Alfred Lord Tennyson said, "'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." So what's coming to mind for you specifically, because every journey is different, every twin flame journey is different. There are twin flames that are coming into union. There are also twin flames that are not, for the simple reason that you cannot choose for the other person involved. And if the other person involved does not choose you, then you have to choose yourself. You have to choose yourself, and you have to move forward on your journey. And what happens when you do that is that you come into union with your greatest love beyond that one. A lot of people romanticize twin flame journeys, which I'll never understand. Twin flame journeys are painful, excruciatingly painful, and difficult to understand. They are frustrating, they are complicated. It's like a passion project that never really sees the light of day at the end. And so it's not something that you are meant to give any more of your time and energy to, because your greatest love exists beyond this relationship. It's not going to be found with this person. It's not going to be found looking in the past or waiting for your person to come meet you where you are. It's going to be found in the present moment, in connection with yourself, and then, you know, in the future as life unfolds. So divine timing doesn't necessarily have to do specifically with you or your partner, but it does have to do with, or you or the person that you've asked about, but it does have to do with you and your greatest love. So yes, divine timing is at play here. And I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised at how quickly love comes in for you when you let this love go. And I mean, truly let it go, to the point where you don't feel like you need this person to come forward to you anymore. Like, you don't feel like you need this person in your life. So Leslie, the answer, just to confirm, I received is no to the question that you asked. But I also believe there's a greater purpose in you receiving that answer. And maybe that's even something that you can pick up on if you get what I'm saying. So thank you so much, love. Okay. So if Kelsey or Renee is here, Feel free to check in. It is a little early, Kelsey or Renee. And then, Sabahat, I did see your order come through. Thank you for that. You're very welcome, Leslie. So, Kelsey or Renee. And if Kelsey or Renee are not here, then we are going to move on to Angela, and after Angela, Tony. And then we have Nora, and then Sabahat, in that order. Love the teamwork. Okay, so Angela. Angela, this reading is for you. I'll wait for Angela to check in here. Hi, Angela. Wonderful. I love your question, by the way. So I'm not going to pull cards for your question simply because it's something that's more intuitive. And for those of you asking, yes, the readings are still open. I'll be accepting readings for about the next hour or so. Okay, so Angela, you would like to know whether it's a thing to feel your destined soulmate from afar in ways of physical touch, intimacy, and positive or intuitive thoughts, even when they are not in the same room and are approaching soon. You have the ability to fully meet your person before you ever meet your person in real life, in physical reality. You as divine feminine and as divine masculine both have the power to call in your divine counterpart simply with the power of your mind. You can have conversations with this person. You can feel physically as if you are being comforted and loved and held by this person before you ever feel them in the physical reality. Also, you can receive intuitive channeled songs from your person as well. Even when you're doing something, so for you specifically, Angela, what I'm picking up on is that your person gives you little confirmations throughout the day. Like when you're doing something, they'll say something to you like, oh, I like that, or I like when you do that. And this is specifically for your energy. Your person will come through and give you little positive affirmations throughout the day. Like, what's coming through specifically, like the good girl kind, where it's like, oh, good girl, like I like when you do that. They've had a very heavy hand in physical intimacy with you. So if that's something also that you've been picking up on recently, that's definitely coming through as well, to the point where it almost feels like they are guiding it. So you might also be picking up on that as well. Also, I'm being shown the image of like this person laying next to you, even in spirit form, like laying next to you in bed. Like feeling their presence, sleeping next to you specifically is what's coming to mind. Oh, and what's also coming through is that this person is working through people, or like the spirit of this person is working through people. So kind of like the example that I was shown is someone coming and out of nowhere opening your door for you. That was your person who sent the energy into that person to open the door for you, if that makes sense as well. So a lot, like, there's a lot of care coming through for you, like coming from the universe. Like right now you're receiving, for example, like an extra sweet treat or someone opening the door for you or just acts of kindness. It all feels like it's being sent from your person. Also, I don't know if you've ever picked up on your person having a dog, but what's coming through is that they have a dog, and that could even be linked to how you meet. It just feels like you're very attracted to this dog. Also, something is coming through about gadgets and gizmos. It could have to do with a name, but it also could just have to do with this person being very handy, like being very smart when it comes to working with their hands. Interesting. You've noticed dogs recently. Yeah, there's a reason for that. It's literally like the image specifically that I was shown was you going to like this dog, like saying hi to the dog and being super lovey with the dog and the dog being super lovey to you, and then you looking up and it's like it's your person. So it's interesting that you've been drawn to that as well. Divine Spirit, any last messages for Angela and her person? Okay, they're showing me the scene from Titanic. They're showing me the scene from Titanic when Jack and, I don't even remember the girl's name, are like looking out over the boat and he's standing behind her. So maybe that's significant for you as well. Maybe you've asked for your Jack, or maybe you've just always desired a love like that. And in here you are going to have your Jack. Jack and Rose. Oh, I had no idea that her name was Rose. That's crazy. You know what's crazier is I had a dream about the person. It was a person named Jack. For some reason, like Jack was the name of this person in a dream. It was really interesting. And it felt like a pretty solid representation of divine masculines too. Like for everyone who is meant to come into union at this time. Interesting. Okay, so maybe you're being guided and led in so many different little ways here. I mean, you're definitely being, your person is reaching out to you spiritually in many, many little ways. But I feel for you. Okay, so a lot of Jack coming through for you. I feel for you that all of these things are just like building momentum, leading you up to union with this person. Like the more and more you connect to, you know, these experiences and happenings symbolically, the closer you're coming to your person. Thank you so much, Angela, for asking that question. Such a treat to be able to read into that for you. Okay, I'm going to take a 5-minute break because I have to go get my girls, Sky and Rosie, from downstairs. But the lineup, right when I get back, is going to be Tony, and then Nora, and then Sabahat, and then Jay. I'll just use the initial that you gave me. So J is the initial that's coming through. Okay. I will be right back. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Alex. Okay, the girls are in. Okay. I love that the comments are all like, oh, it's so peaceful. Yeah, it is really peaceful here. I am moving in a few days, actually, so there'll be a new scenery soon. Okay, so Tony, if you are here, go ahead and check into the comments. The process is just unfolding pretty seamlessly, to be honest. Everything is just coming together and nothing is stressful or heavy, and it definitely feels like the right thing to be doing. Hi. Okay, hi Tony. Thank you for checking in. Okay, so I'll keep the name private, but you would like to know if your person is your forever connection. So you want to know if this is lifelong, if this is meant to be lifelong. So we have the Queen of Wands coming out. Interesting. For some reason, what came through when I was connecting to your energy was an image of this person telling you that like they're coming back, or it's like when I kind of inquired of like, okay, is this person going to leave or are things going to change? It was the energy of like, no, I'm going to return. So maybe this person travels for work. That could be significant for you. But it feels like just overall the energy is of like, no matter what happens, this person is coming back. So it does feel like they are here to stay. However, the card does say maybe. The unmarried Queen of Wings upright has shed the angel's wings she wore as a young princess. The barren tree behind her symbolizes that nothing in the world lasts forever. Interesting, because that's literally what you asked. So Spirit is reminding that nothing in this world lasts forever. The butterfly on her forehead signifies she has transformed through her thought process in response to the events of her life. When you emulate and or get involved with someone with her qualities, the need to feel independent and self-sufficient is overwhelming. If not, you're better off alone. Interesting. So it feels like you need a certain level of freedom, even when you're in a relationship with someone. Not the girls going crazy in the back right now. This card can symbolize that you and or your partner is or was divorced, widowed, or single by choice and will stay only in a relationship characterized by this card's qualities of honesty, directness, and an understanding of all aspects of life, unclouded by sentimentality or superstition. To find this person, always think with your head, not with your heart. Be direct, express your understanding of life and its challenges. If you've suffered a lot, a wry wit can help you reduce uneasiness. You know what's interesting? For some reason, I saw you getting married more than once in this lifetime. Like I specifically received a vision of you getting married more than once in this lifetime. You may meet or already know a private person who is precise, picky, and can't stand disorganization. This person is a great conversationalist and excellent listener and can give you wise advice as well as make you laugh. But this person is also shrewd and calculating when it comes to relationships and definite about what is right and wrong. Life's wounds have taught him or her emotional intelligence and crafted a good counselor and mentor. For some reason, what's coming through is that this person can't really be emotionally swayed, or like they are just not really too tuned into their emotions. Like they don't think from their hearts, or they don't act from their heart space. They think from their head. They act from their head space. So they're very logical minded. If it resonates that, you know, this person has been married, or at least in a relationship that was very serious or very heavy in the past, something that required a lot of action on their part to the point where it kind of like broke them in a way, that could lead to some disconnection here, simply because this person is, like I said, they're not very connected to their heart space. They're just very logical. So in their mind, it's almost like less is more. Like demanding less will actually get you more, if that resonates. And as far as your question of, is this your forever person? What came through for that question specifically was actually the vision of you getting married more than once in this lifetime. So maybe that resonates for you as well. And I think that's kind of just a confirmation of like, give it your all, like be fully in this love. And also don't be afraid to let love run its course. Don't be afraid to outgrow an environment or a situation. And if something isn't giving you what you want, like what you really desire in this world, someone is waiting to do just that. So thank you so much, Tony. Hi, Sammy. Hi. And Nora, you will be next. You're so welcome, love. Nora, you are going to be our next reading. After Nora, we have Sabahat and then Jordana. And that is the lineup so far. So if anyone would still like to get a personal reading today, there is plenty of space to do so. So Nora, we're just waiting for Nora to check in. Hi. Hi, Nora. So good to connect with you. Okay. So love, if you want to put your question in the comments, we can go ahead and connect to your energy and pull a card together. So Nora, this reading is for you. Your question is, we're not talking because he's overthinking, so what is he thinking? I love that. Okay, so you'd like to know what your person is currently thinking. Four of Wands possessiveness. They might be overthinking their feelings for you, or how strong their feelings are for you is what's coming through. Like they might even be overwhelmed by the love that they feel for you because they feel too strongly. The key word being possessiveness. You need to hold on to what you have. You're better off being single than wasting your time and throwing away the precious gift of love. To me, oh my God, the strongest message coming through right now is that it doesn't matter what this person is thinking or overthinking. It doesn't matter how strong this person's feelings are. If they prevent themselves, or if anything prevents this person from expressing to you, taking action on their love for you, then that is not a love that you are meant to stay in. That is not a love that you are meant to desire. I don't know why on earth you would even desire a love that does not show you the love that they have for you, right? If you're in a relationship, it's natural to be a little jealous now and then. It is a sign that you value your partner, and it can also increase passion. Take care of your home and family. It's time to think like a successful executive. What you save and conserve now will greatly benefit you in the future. Build a strong foundation. Take responsibility and keep your eye on the prize and your affairs in order. Manage your possessions well and guard them carefully. You know what's even coming through for this is that this person wants to take their time because they do feel so strongly. So here's ultimately the guidance I'm being called to share. This person has very strong feelings for you, strong to the point where it overwhelms them. They might be fearful about coming forward and expressing that love to you. Now, that's not an excuse for this person not showing their love to you. However, this person does desire something long-term with you, and so they're also not trying to rush the process of this. And so if this person is able to slowly start to come out of their shell and express themselves to you, that is how you will know this is true love. If you continue to get this same energy from this person of them not expressing love to you, not communicating to you, maybe leaving you questioning yourself even, then that is your sign to pull away from this love and that this is not your person. This love is not meant for you, or at least not meant to stay for you. It needs to be something where you are able to witness this person grow in love for you, and obviously vice versa, but they will also come to find out that if they allow themselves to express that love to you, your love will naturally grow alongside them. But it really is dependent on your person's ability to come forward and express love to you. So that is a requirement. If you are meant to stay in this love, it's okay if it's small. It's okay if it's small moments. It's okay if it takes time. But you have to see something. And the moment that you see something, you're allowed to have a small celebration for that. And feel good about it, not because it's breadcrumbing, but because there's a certain level of understanding. Now, the only way that it turns into breadcrumbing that can be unhealthy and lead you down a path that is not for you, not meant for you, is if you are overgiving or overcompensating for their lack of love. And so it's still really important for you to continue focusing on your journey, focusing on your purpose, focusing on your energy and your love. You are not meant to overgive to this person. You are not meant to give more of yourself just because they are giving less. You are still meant to give more to you and then allow them to give to you however they can. But you cannot commit your love to this person who cannot fully commit their love to you. So it's really important for you to just see it for what it is right now. This is the beginning of something that has the potential to be very beautiful. It also has the potential to be in ruins, depending on what you try to give too soon, or depending on what they try to hold back too soon. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out for you, because there's a lot of balance required. And it doesn't feel like you're incredibly imbalanced right now. It doesn't feel like you've taken a lot of action of compensation for their lack of energy, which is a really good thing. So allow it to be what it is, but don't commit to this. Don't commit your heart to this person. Be open to receiving love, just love energy from the universe. Continue to be in a relationship with God, with the universe, as you allow this relationship to show you what it is and what it is going to be. Thank you so much, Nora. Sabahat, you have waited so patiently. Thank you so much. After Sabahat, we have Jordana, and then we have Tina. Hi, Sabahat. Okay, love. Okay. This feels like a very transitionary relationship for you. So I'm going to pull a card for whatever you need to know right now about this current connection. So this is going to be whatever you need to know right now about this current connection. However, immediately what's coming through just from my intuition is that there's too much heaviness involved here. It's too heavy. It feels like this person just dumped, like even just reading into your energy, it feels like this person just dumped so much onto you and then left. Like they did this before they left. They dumped so much onto you. And it's like, I'm hearing they left you with the worst of them. They left you with the worst of them while simultaneously, hey, you both have coffees. Go find the other one. They left you with the worst of them while simultaneously also bringing out the worst in you. So it's like a double whammy what this person did. And it doesn't feel like something that's necessarily reconcilable or even should be for you. However, I'm still going to leave your brother alone. Stop. Yeah. No, don't apologize to me. Apologize to him. I'm still going to pull a card. Completely indifferent, allowing whatever comes through, whatever's meant to come through for you. But this doesn't feel like... I'm not really seeing a light at the end of the tunnel for this one. So we do have 2 of wings coming through. And it's also really important, Sabahat, that, and here's the thing about tarot readings in general that I encourage everyone to just keep with you, like keep this knowledge with you, is that time is always changing. And timelines shift based on our actions. They're based on person's actions. They're based on other people's actions. Timelines are always shifting and changing. And so you can read into the present energy and you can pick up on a timeline and you can be completely aligned with that. And by next week, you're completely aligned with a different timeline. And this has a lot to do with your energy, and this is also influenced by outside energies. And so if you have ever received a reading, or if you've ever felt or resonated with an intuitive knowing of something, and then that changed over time, or you had a different reading come through at a different time, that has to do with your mind, your willpower, what has happened and changed to your energy since then. So it's just really important to make note of those things. Maybe you went through something that completely threw you into a different timeline and energy. So just something to keep in mind. I always say your life should never depend on a reading. Like you should never come forward to receive a reading because you need it. It should always be considered a luxury. It should always be considered something of richness, like enrichment, if that makes sense. It shouldn't be like, to be honest, what comes to mind is that prayer, connection to source, creation, creator, universe, God, goddess, needs to be your number one. Like that needs to be your number one, because in connecting to that energy, you are connecting to your own, like you are connecting to your true energy. And if you don't have that base foundation, it's really easy to be so unstable and just get carried anywhere and everywhere through experiences, through people, through your own energy. And so that should be your number one. Tarot, oracle, journaling, meditation, all of that can easily be number 2. But it has to start with your connection first. And this should also always be considered a luxury, which I think is really important just to keep in mind. At least that's how that's my perspective on it. And you can definitely carry your own, but that's just how I've always felt. So we have the energy of maybe. So interesting. I love, Sabahat, that you brought up that in another reading you received confirmation that he will be coming back and that he regrets, because here's a maybe. So it's kind of like a mix. You're kind of in a gray area between yes and no. A postponement or taking a break will help your quest for true love. A new and different way to meet people will be surprisingly successful. Rest and relaxation are important to your love life. Balance work and play. A vacation can help you find true love. Alternative ideas and viewpoints must be discussed. And you want to know what's so interesting about this because of how this reading started out? It felt so heavy, or your energy, it feels so heavy. It feels like you're carrying his, and it feels like you're carrying yours. And so because of that, you are so far, it's like that feels like the disconnection. And so what's interesting about this card that came through is it's mentioning that you need to make time to rest and relax so that you can release that energy, because you're not going to release that energy by doing more work. You're going to release that energy by resting, by relaxing, by clearing, by cleansing your body, your mind. Alternative ideas and viewpoints must be discussed. Diplomacy and the desire for peace will benefit your relationships now. Yes, the desire for peace instead of revenge, or instead of feeling like this person owes you something just because of the way things were left. Yes, it was unfair how this person left and what they left you with. But it's like that's your responsibility now. Regardless of how it happened, that energy and the release of that energy is your responsibility, because otherwise that energy is going to be what is creating this distance between you and your person. And maybe that's why it came through as this strong like, no, this doesn't feel like something that you're meant to be in, because you're holding on to that energy still. And so until you give yourself time to cleanse and release that, that is going to be what prevents you from even the possibility of coming into union. Being right is not as important as being kind and gentle. And it is in that kindness, that gentle energy, that you will actually be able to find the release, the forgiveness, the understanding of what has taken place between the two of you. Give yourself permission to dream and look within. Yoga or meditation done with a partner can help harmonize your relationship as well as your mind and body. So it's really interesting, because yoga is one of the things that I personally use to release stored and stuck energy in my body, and it will change your life. If you have the physical ability to move your body in that way, it can be such a powerful thing. Sabahat, you asked if he loved you. He doesn't even love himself right now. He's in a very confused energy about himself right now. And so it would be very easy to think yes. I think that everybody loves, because love is what we are. It's very natural. But what level of love is that for you if this person can't even appreciate themselves? Is that even a love that you desire or should be desiring if they can't even appreciate themselves? No, it's not you. It's not like a will this person reach out or when will this person reach out. It has to do with your energy. Your focus is not of, okay, or should not be of, what is this person thinking of me right now? Are they thinking of me? Are they going to reach out? No, your focus needs to be releasing that energy, because it's literally the moment that you are able to clear all of that stored and stuck energy that you are carrying right now, that it will be open for communication. And it wouldn't surprise me if you actually hear from that person the moment that you have released all of that energy. And it's not just this like flip of a switch in your mind. It's like, oh, okay, well, I choose to release that. No, you have to do a little bit of work, because our bodies store that energy. So if you, whatever, if you took on any habits or behavioral patterns, so for example, overeating or eating, certain foods that aren't good for you, or being away from yoga, being away from exercise, or things that are good for you, all of that is what needs to come into alignment right now. So getting yourself back into the routine of yoga or exercise, and getting yourself back into the routine of healthy eating habits, that is going to be what clears that stored and stuck energy in your body. So it's a combination of understanding what it is you need to do, believing in the results that you will receive once you do them, and then taking action on it. And that's the hard part. It's hard, it's not easy. That's why the majority of the world are not in healthy relationships. They're not happy with themselves, because it takes work, it's difficult. But that is the kind of difficult, and that is the kind of work that you should want to do more than anything else. That is the kind of difficult and the kind of hard that you should have a desire to go after. I'm so glad that that resonates with you, because I know it's a lot and it's coming through in such a very strong way. But I'm really thankful that that resonates with you. Thank you so much, Sabahat. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So Jordana and Tina. Jordana, you are going to be now. Of course, I will keep you in my prayers. Jordana, you are going to be now, and then we have Tina. And that's it for the lineup so far. So if anyone else feels called to receive a personal reading, also if Kelsey or Renee are here, Kelsey or Renee are pre-orders. If you do feel called to receive a personal reading during our time together, I'll have them available for about the next 30 minutes or so. The link is in my bio to my website. It'll be right there for live readings. Choose 1, 2, or 3 questions. Leave your questions in the note at checkout. Once your purchase is complete, come on back here. We check in together and we do your reading. Hi, Kelsey. Wonderful. Okay. Very excited to connect. Okay, so I love how clear and direct your questions are. It definitely makes a difference in receiving the answers. So you would like to know, tell me what I need to know about this current love connection I'm in. It feels very open-ended. So just intuitively, and Kelsey, this reading is for you, just intuitively, it feels like there wasn't a very secure start, and it doesn't feel like there's a very secure ending in mind, as in like the intentions aren't very clear, or just overall it doesn't feel like there are boundaries established, or like, for example, what do you call it? Labels. Like, it doesn't feel like labels are very strongly established, or it just feels like they're in the, like, up in the air, open-ended. Also, what's coming through is that it's going from point A to point B. So we do have the 3 of Wings and the 4 of Roses, Sorrow and Respect. So 2 cards came out. It does make me feel like you might be on different pages right now. One of you might be thinking with your head while you're... Okay, what's coming through is that this person is thinking with their head while you are thinking with their heart. I'm also hearing that this person might be stuck in the past, or like stuck thinking about past experiences in love, while you are more, it just feels like you're more open, like your heart space is more open right now. You're more open to experiencing and being in love. And this person is a little more closed off. It almost feels like over time they've lost a little hope. And that might be the energy that you're picking up on when you meet them. It kind of like feels like maybe they need your help to open up a little bit more. Maybe they're closed off, and you feel like, oh, okay, well, if I just love this person more, then it will eventually turn into something more. So that's immediately what's coming through here. Now I'm gonna pull a card for how he feels about you and just kind of bring the whole thing together here. Okay, so Queen of Wings, this is important. So they view you in very high regards. They might even feel like you're better than them, or feel like you're too good for them. Now that isn't always necessarily a good thing. That could trigger certain wounding in this person. It could trigger certain insecurities in this person, causing them to act in a way that isn't necessarily supportive of you being so open to love. It might even be leading you to feel a little closed off. Also, the point A to B coming through makes me feel like this relationship isn't necessarily something that's going to be long-term, because I feel like if it was, they would have told me A to Z. Like, it's like beginning to end. But just A to B makes me feel like, okay, you've met this person, there's something for you to experience, something for you to learn here, taking you to point B, and then you're going to be on your way here. But I do just want to make sure that I pick up on the key points here. So I'm gonna pull a card, message from him to you, but I'm gonna dive a little bit more into how he feels about you. Okay. So specifically the qualities that this person might carry might remind you of something along the lines of like OCD, or they might just be like very particular about the way that they like things, about like mood swings is what comes to mind. This person could deal with mood swings. They could just be very sensitive to changes in energy, which also causes you to be sensitive to their change in energy. So a lot of energetic sensitivity, emotional sensitivity. This leads me to believe that this person could even be disconnected from their masculine energy. They could be pretty familiar with their feminine, but even that feels a little unstable. So what's coming through here is if this person is unable to support your independent nature, so like they're unable to support your queen of wings energy, like your free, wild, spirited type energy, which is really important for you to exist in. It almost feels like they want to cage you to keep you because they like your energy, like they like having you around. Now, how they feel about you isn't necessarily supportive of like being in love together. It just feels like they like how they feel when they're with you. This person likes how they feel when they're with you. And you know, you can glamorize that. If you're wearing rose-colored glasses, that can sound like a good thing. That can feel like a good thing. But if you actually look at it for what it is, this person's becomes dependent on your energy. And so basically, and you might resonate with this already, is if you have any sort of disruption in your energy, let's say your mood is off or you're not having the best day, and you try to express yourself to this person, you're going to be met with walls, you're going to be met with judgment, or even a reaction, some sort of instability from them. Like they don't necessarily have the space to hold for you because you are their space. Like you are the source of energy is kind of what this relationship is giving me. So they feel strongly about you. They feel connected to you. But it doesn't necessarily feel like it's for the right reasons. Now I am going to read the Four of Gems card upside down, which is the message from him to you, and then dive a little bit deeper into just my clairvoyancy and clairaudience. So with the Four of Gems, by the way, did I even show your cards? So we have the Four of Roses, the Three of Wings, and the Queen of Wings coming through for you. And now we have the Four of Gems for the message from him to you. Loss is possible now, even if you hold on to what you have. You or another may be overly possessive or trying to recapture what is clearly gone, when letting go might be the better course of action. Only a relationship that fosters spiritual growth and reflects your true values should be retained and protected. If you have that, fight for it. Don't treat people like objects. No one belongs to anyone else. Even if they love each other, physically possessions cannot satisfy a longing for true love. Save for a rainy day, but don't hoard. Those who are cheap with their resources are stingy with their love too. And something tells me that you're familiar with that energy from this person, that you feel like they don't really offer you a whole lot emotionally, or just in the way that they express themselves to you. A message from him to you. Oh, I don't like this. Tell me if this resonates, because I don't like this. I don't like this person's attitude towards you. I don't like their energy towards you. But they immediately said, I can give you what you want, but I won't. Like, I can give you the love you want, but I won't. So it feels kind of like a breadcrumbing energy. And then I hear, I like having you around, but I'm incapable of being what you need or doing what you need me to do. It's just like very, I don't know, it feels kind of like a victim mentality that this person is stuck in, or they think they're like too cool to feel or too cool to express like their love to you. I'm also hearing that like they're saying that they can get anyone to do these things for them. Like it just gives me the energy of like they think that you're replaceable, which is just gross. Like I don't often connect to energies like this. I don't know, this just feels very strong, like you're being pulled away from this for a reason. And maybe this person isn't always like this. Maybe this is kind of like the energy of what they're what they hide, or what they don't really like, what they're too afraid to say to you. Like you just mentioned, that he's scared of commitment, or that's what he tells you, right? But what's coming through when I connect to his energy is that he just doesn't want to. Like he's scared of meeting himself at the levels necessary to even be in a position to commit to someone. So he's not scared of commitment, he's scared of himself. Like he's scared of there's something within him that's just unstable. Yeah. I think that there's a part of him. Here's the thing about this connection is there is a part of him who is connected to his higher self. And so he's shown you that. You've seen this side of him that's willing to grow, that's willing to learn, that has these ideas, that, has this desire to express to you, right? But what's coming through is that you haven't seen that as much as you've kind of seen the other side, or maybe even you weren't seeing the other side because you were so focused on the good that you kind of overlooked, all the stuff that was right in your face. Now, don't get me wrong, this person has love for you. Like this person has care for you. They love you. They love your energy. But do you feel loved by this person? Do you feel like they are able to express themselves in a way that allows you to be happy and joyful and free in this love? Does this love feels like it supports, your good health, your mental health, your emotional well-being? Are they showing up for you in those ways? Because it doesn't matter how much someone loves you if you don't feel loved, like if you don't feel like you are receiving or having your needs met, or even just having the ability to meet your needs on your own. And then when you are meeting your needs on your own, do you even feel connected to that person anymore? So there's a lot of like tricky questions that Spirit is kind of throwing out at you. But I think ultimately you're just being asked to really try to see this relationship for what it is right now, which is not a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing either. Like it's not necessarily what you're actually desiring of experiencing in love. And just because you and this person can't be together doesn't mean that you can't share in love together. I think that it's so important for us to acknowledge, like just as beings who are on this journey and trying to come into better connection with ourselves and with the world and with God energy and with God love energy. I think it's so important to understand that like you don't have to cut yourself off from these people. You don't have to be cold or distant. Now, sometimes it might be necessary. Sometimes breaks or step backs are good. But unless someone is literally intentionally causing you harm, because there is such a thing as narcissists and there is such a thing as abusers, and it's really important to know when that is taking place. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you just meet someone and it just doesn't work because it doesn't, because you love different ways or because the timing isn't right. And that's okay. You can still have love there. You can have friendship there if you want. It doesn't have to be like this, get out of my life and never see me again kind of energy. Now, if that's what you feel is best for you, by all means. But if you don't feel like that's necessary, then don't make it necessary. So ultimately, Kelsey, and yes, my cats are bullies. My animals are all bullies. I'm a pushover mom. I need a really like I need a really structured husband because my animals just push me around. Actually, that's not true. I can set rules. I can set boundaries, trust me. I can be love and light, and I can also, set things on fire too. So I'm a fire sign. I've got that side to me. But anyway, ultimately the message I'm picking up from this person is just that they're aware that they can't be what you need them to be right now. And I say right now because this person is going to grow, it's inevitable. But this doesn't feel like something that you're meant to wait around for. And it doesn't feel like something that you're meant to immerse yourself in any more than you already have. Like I said from the beginning, point A to B. Not your long term. It can be long-term love. It can be long-term love. It can be long-term friendship. But it doesn't have to be more than that. If you want it to be, and that's what feels right for you, and that's what feels good, great. But if, like you've mentioned, you've pulled back, you've given him space, and if you feel good about that, and you feel good about moving forward on your journey and being in separation, then let it be that. And there's no need to overthink it any more than that. Because there's not much there for you right now. It feels a little barren. Like that love that you share together, it feels a little barren. So maybe there'll be a garden there by the time you're finished on this journey that you're meant to be on, and somehow you find yourself making a full circle back and there's a full garden. Maybe you happen upon a garden as you're moving forward, but what I do know from what I've picked up from this is that it is important for you to move forward, knowing that you are inevitably going to come in to your garden. And by garden, I mean space of love, environment of love, the love that allows you to smell the flowers, the love that allows you to be seen and be held and be nurtured in the ways that you are deserving of, in the ways that you feel you need. So thank you so much, Kelsey, for your vulnerability, for your bravery. Such an honor to connect with you. Renee, if you are here, go ahead and check in because you did have a pre-order as well. You're so welcome, love. Renee, you did have a pre-order, so if you are here, go ahead and check in. You're so sweet. I appreciate you. And then we have Jordana. So here's the lineup so far. Jordana, Tina, Nino. And then we have Sandra. And we have Mary. So that's the lineup. The list is open for just about 15 more minutes here. So for anyone who feels called. Hi, Renee. Wonderful. Okay. So Renee, your reading is going to be now. And then after Renee, it's going to go Jordana, Tina, Nino, Sandra, and Mary. For anyone who feels called to get in the lineup, the list is open for the next 15 minutes or so. Just click the link in my bio, choose the live reading, choose between 1, 2, or 3 questions, put your questions in the link at checkout. Once you complete your purchase, you come on back to this live and check in. You are officially on the list and we will connect for your reading. So Renee, this reading is for you. And I believe I saw your question. You want to know, is he the one for me? It's interesting there's a Bridgerton song playing right now. Renee, is he the one for me? I keep feeling like the card is coming out and it's not every time I look. Interesting. Okay, Miss Queen of Wings. All right, there's a lot of divine feminines here tonight because I'm not gonna disregard the fact that this card has made itself known a number of times. I feel like there are a lot of divine feminines in this room tonight who do not realize how much power they hold. As in, like, you do not realize how much power you hold. I think even just asking the question, is he the one? You are the one. Does he know you're the one? That's my question. It's almost like, I feel like what's coming through for you specifically is that you might be giving too much of your power away to this person at this time. Like, you might be giving them too much control over you or control over the situation, as in, like, specifically for you, it's saying, it's, how do I say this? It's like, if you want it, it's yours. Like, if you want this person, they're yours. Like if you want this, if you want them to be the one, all you have to do is believe that they are the one and act accordingly. Not as in like, how can I serve you? How much more can I do for you because I'm your wifey? No, as in, I'm your wifey. I deserve to be treated a certain way. Like I deserve to be treated in a certain light, treated to certain benefits. It's like, how is this relationship benefiting you? Is kind of what Spirit is asking me to ask you. However, I'm still going to read the card just so that you have a good understanding of what this energy means for you. So overall, it's maybe. And I feel like it's a maybe because you're meant to kind of rewire the way that you're thinking about the situation so that you make sure you are seeing yourself as the one instead of, because I feel like asking if they're the one almost like puts you beneath them. It's like putting this person on a pedestal, like, oh my God, like I hope that this is it. It's like, I feel like you would know it. For some reason, I just feel like you would know it. The unmarried Queen of Wings upright has shed the angel's wings she wore as a young princess. The barren tree behind her symbolizes that nothing in the world lasts forever. The butterfly on her forehead signifies that she has transformed her thought process in response to the events of her life. Also, what's coming through is that the one is a very open-ended question. The one for what? Is he the one for love right now? Yes, of course. That's why you are with them. Is he the one for love then? Sure, maybe. And it's like, I feel like it's not enough, or like you're not asking for enough, or this person isn't giving you enough to make you feel like this is it. Like there's some sort of lack here within this connection. When you emulate and or get involved with someone with her qualities, the need to feel independent and self-sufficient is overwhelming. If not, you're better off alone. This card can, as in, if you feel like you're alone within a relationship, you should just be alone until you feel like you're in a relationship where you don't feel alone. This card can symbolize that you and or your partner is or was divorced, widowed, or single by choice and will stay only in a relationship characterized by this card's qualities of honesty, directness, and an understanding of all aspects of life, unclouded by sentimentality or superstition. To find this person, always think with your head, now over your heart. Be direct, express your understanding of life and its challenges. If you've suffered a lot, a wry wit can help reduce uneasiness. What's also coming through is like understanding this person's situation. High expectations is going to lead to high disappointments or grand disappointments. It almost feels like you have knowledge of like what this person has been through, yet you still expect them to be like 100% whole or 100% for this, or you're hoping that they could be 100% for this. But the reality is that this person just isn't in the headspace to be able to offer you what it is that you're asking for. And it feels like that, I think that's where like the power thing comes in. It's like, why are you putting so much power in this person's hands when they've already expressed to you the truth, when they've already told you how they feel, what it is they desire, yet you're still here wondering, okay, well, is it possible? Like, are they like, is this going to change? They've already told you what it is. It almost as if like it's very clearly in front of you. You may meet or already know a private person who is precise, picky, and can't stand disorganization. This person is a great conversationalist, an excellent listener, and can give you wise advice as well as make you laugh. But this person is also shrewd and calculating when it comes to relationships and definite about what is right and wrong. Life's wounds have taught him or her emotional intelligence and crafted a good counselor and mentor. It also feels like this person is very guarded with their heart for some reason. Like they don't really let you see inside them that often is what's coming through, or like see the soft side of them that often. Like very stoic is what comes to mind. However, after all of that, it's so interesting. It's so interesting because what comes to mind, I don't know if you've ever watched How to Train a Dragon, but you know, stoic and like the mom who had like disappeared and then they ended up like coming back together and like he never forgot about her. For some reason, you remind me of that couple. Like your energy reminds me of that couple. It's like, you know where this person is at. And this person also knows where you're at. Like, you know who each other are. And it feels like you're happy together. Like, it feels like there's a lot of goodness for the two of you together. And I almost like feel like the last of like worldly ways is what comes to mind, or like worldly needs. So for example, like the need to get married, or the need to have kids, or the need to do this or that, and like claim a relationship and be this or that in love. Like all of that feels like it's falling away from you. And all that's left is just two people who have been through a lot in this world and are choosing to be with each other. So you want to know, like, is he the one? It feels like they are. It feels like the love is very pure, the love is very genuine, the love is very real. And it feels good. What's coming through is I don't know if it's ever going to move beyond that. Like, I don't necessarily see a ring, I don't see a marriage or any of that, but I see a very long, lifelong partnership. Two people in love together. And it feels like a good thing. Thank you so much, Renee. I'm just gonna go over the lineup for a moment, and then I'm gonna step away to make sure the animals have water because they just got back from the park. So the lineup is Jordana, and then we have Tina, then we have Nino, Sandra, and Mary. So that is the lineup. There's just about 5-10 minutes left to get in if you would like a personal reading tonight. If you don't feel called, that's okay too. We are going to end our time together with a collective reading. So if you have a specific question that you want a card pulled for, the link is in my bio. Choose 1, 2, or 3 questions when you click on the live reading. And after your purchase is complete, you come on back here and check in. Okay, just a few minutes and we will continue with Jordana. So Jordana, this reading is going to be for you. My mistake, J. Jay, is that you checking into the comments? Just want to make sure. Okay, I believe so. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you have a question about your current person. And you want to know that if you wait until next year, you want to know if you will be in a relationship with this person as boyfriend and girlfriend, if you will receive confirmation this year. You overall just want to know what's happening within this connection. So there's a lot of confusion for you. So let's go ahead and hopefully clear that up. So Jay, this reading is for you. Oh. Interesting. So we have the World card coming out. Consummation. It's really interesting because you asked about, or you mentioned the divine marriage. And this feels like a very strong confirmation of that. And also what came to mind when I inquired about the insight that you received from a friend about them possibly speaking to another person. So what came through when I asked about that is that it's not like it's not a love interest. Like the girl wasn't a love interest that this person was speaking to. And also that it's quite possible that or just something to think about, if your friend is currently in separation from a person, or recently in separation from a person, or with a person who they believe was talking to someone else, that also plays a factor. Like it doesn't necessarily feel like they were reading into your energy so much as energy was being reflected back to them, for them, through you, if that makes sense. So the World card, which is actually a very positive card. Also the last one in the major arcana. Yeah. Okay, good. Because it didn't feel romantic. Like it was yes, that there was clearly feminine energy in their life, but it didn't feel romantic. In fact, it felt more of like a mother-sister energy. So it could be someone that they've even had like a long-term connection to or long-term friendship with. You're very welcome. Even I encourage you, if you can feel it when it happens, and also I encourage you to inquire about the vision you received, because especially if it was a dream, dreams will show you three things: your subconscious mind, a future, something that's going to happen in the future, or something that is, it's like it'll show you your subconscious mind, something that's going to happen in the future, or something that's presently happening now. So the overall energy of this card is, yes, you have done well. Graduation time. Promises will be kept and your deepest desires will soon be fulfilled. A major milestone will be reached. You will soon attain a degree of achievement and understanding that rewards you in a physical, mental, and spiritual nature for your efforts to find true love and or improve your existing relationship. If you haven't yet met your soulmate, now is the time for the perfect relationship to flow to you naturally, maybe in the form of someone from a different country, race, or ethnic background. Respect cultural differences, but don't sacrifice or sublimate your own, because true love never requires such a thing. You have finally come to know yourself, so be yourself always and in all ways. Wow, congratulations! That's amazing. The angel's trumpet symbolizes that you should announce your love to the world. It is a perfect time to exchange gifts and have a party, especially one where you can dress up and dance the night away. Say yes to marriage and announce your engagement. Partnered or not, this rare time of culmination must be identified and honored with gifts and celebration. A long cycle has ended and a new cycle is about to begin. It is a potent time to set your intention, to make your new dreams based on your new situation a reality. Throw off old habits that have outlived their usefulness and open your eyes and ears to wonderful opportunities and exciting discoveries. You may want to travel and see the world. Very interesting. You know what's coming through about this feminine energy that you're picking up on is that they are trying, like they have intentions, but your person doesn't, and your person isn't even like picking up on or entertaining their desires is what's coming through as well. So maybe you've been resonating with readings saying like, oh, a third party situation is trying to get in the way of this connection. You're feeling her energy, not his. You're feeling her energy in connection to him. But there's no, like, I don't feel through you that he has a desire to act on that or experience that or take it beyond what it is, which is friendship, which is fun. Now, as far as the question you've asked about going into a relationship, this does feel like you are going to be taking the next level of commitment, whatever that looks like. And it does feel like it's going to be around the same time that you're celebrating your graduation, like what you have just accomplished for yourself as well. Also, you mentioned the confusion and the hurt. I believe that you're picking up this person's energy, this feminine's energy. Like it's not even you that's confused or hurt. I think it's this feminine energy that's confused and hurt. So again, associating with someone's energy that isn't even yours. It's going to be about the time that you are celebrating your graduation. It's going to be the time that you are celebrating your accomplishments, that you are going to come into a higher level of commitment with this person. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially if you're psychic, intuitive, and very tuned into those gifts as well. It's really important to note when an energy is yours and when an energy is not. I also don't want you to be discouraged about having to wait until summertime to have that confirmation, because it's not just going to suddenly turn into that. It's going to move in that direction over time. So you're still going to receive like the benefits of the journey of being in love with this person leading up to the events of that higher level commitment happening for you. I think that your intuition already knows about that, already knows about being exclusive from April. Also, what's coming through is don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to put your heart on the line. Like this is a celebration for a lot of different reasons. You're so welcome. Okay. Absolutely. Congratulations. Congratulations on your graduation, and congratulations on this love. There's a lot of reasons to celebrate. So for those of you who just got in for this reading, for this live, I will go through the lineup to make sure everyone feels heard and understands that we're going to finish this tonight. I'm going to close the live readings for now. Someone just snuck in. Okay. And to you, love. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so here is the lineup. So we are going to have Tina right now. Tina, this is going to be your reading. And then we have Nino. We have Sandra, who came in at 444, very cool. Then we have Mary. Then we have Somani. Then we have Anna. Lovely to see you again. Hi, Tina. Thank you for checking in. Then we have Nirvana and Athena. You are going to be our last one before our collective reading tonight. Okay. I wonder if it's raining. Okay, so Tina. Interesting. You know what's coming through for you is that he got cold feet. I love this. I love that you're back. I love that we're connecting again. What's coming through is that he got cold feet. Like he got really freaked out. Like really nervous. I don't know if this person usually has nervous tendencies, but they had a lot of nervous energy is what it felt like. Also, what's coming through is that he got pulled away for work. Like he got pulled away specifically for work. So it has nothing to do with what took place between the two of you, and it just has to do with life. I don't feel like it's not, how do I explain it? You know what's coming through is that he's being really hard on himself right now, too, about the situation. Like he's like really in his head over it for some reason, which feels like why he's throwing himself into work. It feels like each time that he's pulled back his energy and thrown himself into work, it's because his mind is like almost attacking himself is what it feels like. Like he's really hard on himself with the way that he speaks to himself for some reason. And what's coming through is that he's really gentle with you. It's interesting because it feels like he's hard on himself, but he's really gentle with you. Oh my goodness. Almost lost you. I don't know if you are aware that he is in connection to his grandma, like energetically, spiritually, but I'm like being shown an image of him having a conversation with his grandma and like literally saying like, I couldn't do it, grandma, like I got really scared. He's like really down on himself, but he's like confiding in her. I don't know why I'm picking up on so much hurt, like in his heart space. And it's almost like he's trying to tell himself this time it's going to be different. Like this time it's like he has to convince himself that this time it's going to be different, whatever that means. He also feels like he's hurt you in some way. It's almost like he feels like it's like he knows that he's hurting you when he does this. I do see an apology coming through too. Like some gesture, like some action taken, even a gift given. It doesn't feel like it's going to be the ring, but it does feel like it's going to be something that like lets you feel loved, like makes you feel loved. He could even be having like lower back problems right now is what's coming through. It almost feels like this is his mountain to climb over. Like it feels like this is his mountain to climb over. Like he has to do the work. Like he has to find the strength to be able to come forward to you for this. For some reason, it's just like not easy for him, or it's just not what's natural. So you're definitely doing the right thing here. And you want to know if things are still on track for your relationship. Yeah, it doesn't feel like things are off. Like it doesn't fit like... For what's specifically coming through is that it feels like it's something that's sustainable. I'm gonna pull a card just to see what comes through, but it feels like something that is sustainable here. Interesting. We have the Queen of Gems. So Queen of Gems, which is also a very powerful card. Yes, things are still on track for your relationship. The smoldering gaze of the Queen of Gems, upright, reveals she is the most sensual of the tarot's royalty. She has found true love with her husband and loves nurturing her children in their supportive, well-functioning family, which is, again, the energy that I pick up for the both of you. It feels like this person is already your husband. This feels like something lifelong. She is a born aristocrat and learned as a child that great wealth brings great responsibility. She is charitable and a patron and an astute collector of art, fashion, and jewelry and all things of value, especially knowledge. She makes sure her kingdom's schools and libraries are as full and up to date as her many closets. So maybe you even express yourself through what you wear. You will soon meet or be called upon to emulate the qualities of the Queen of Gems. Oh, I think it's also asking you to bring more life into your life, like bring more self-expression, bring more creative expression, bring more passion into you, into your life, especially because you have the time to do so, as this is going to be a lifelong relationship. Now is the time to manifest your true love dreams, appreciate and protect your good fortune and that of those you care about. Share your feelings in a straightforward way, taking charge while being receptive to others' needs. Charitable events can provide you with social connections that greatly benefit you and introduce you to thoughtful and successful people. Socializing can connect you to people and situations that help foster love. Patronize the arts, go shopping, and/or enjoy your wealth as best you can, as long as you save for a rainy day. Take or teach a class in cooking, baking, or even lovemaking. Live life to the full, appreciate the gifts of beauty and grace all around you. Prepare to experience a true soulmate connection. It is time to be enchanted. The energy of this card just gives me wifey, like wifey energy, like you already are that. And I think it's really important for you to also tune into the energy of that at this time. Don't focus so much on what is happening physically for you as much as you focus on what is happening spiritually for you. You already know what you know. You know where this relationship is going. You know that it's going to turn out in a way that is in your favor. And so allow yourself to start becoming that. Allow yourself to connect that energetically and maybe even take action on that for yourself of like, okay, well, what would I do as this person's wife? Like, how would I show up in this world as a wife? What would I do in the home for myself? Like, how would I dress? How would I take care of myself? And it's a very rich energy coming through for you. So don't be afraid to just give into that. Like, start living as if it's already yours is what's coming through, because it is. And I feel so honored to be able to connect to you again over this. Such a cool reading. I always feel so clear and so confident in your reading specifically for some reason. It's just like very clear answers. I mean, it typically is, but just very simple, straight to the point. So thank you so much, Tina. Nino, you are the next reading. Hi, Nino. No need to be nervous. Okay, love. If you want to just put your question in the comments and we can just get straight to it. It'll be very clear. It will be very to the point. I am able to connect to you as much as you are able to be open for this. And I always encourage you to please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If something doesn't feel right to you, you do not need to take it. And also, tarot is not definitive. Timelines are always shifting and changing. And so it's important to allow yourself to be open to receiving rather than needing or controlling. So you feel like he doesn't consider you in his future plans. You would like to know if you should give him more time. It's a very good question. I think this might be maybe. So we have 2 of roses in reversed, and the keyword is crossroads. So it's literally questioning what you should do. So let's see. It's saying no and maybe, so it's leaning more towards no. You are at a crossroads, so take care. Plans must be updated when things change. Lack of planning can cause mistrust and loss of faith. So maybe this person doesn't really follow through with what they say they're going to do, and that just continuously just kind of like breaks your heart, actually, a little bit is what's coming through. Establish your emotional equilibrium before taking action. As in, don't make any choices from, you have to be outside of it, like take yourself outside of it into an observational point of view rather than be so immersed in it. So if you feel overwhelmed by your emotions, that is not a good time to reach out to the person. That is not a time to discuss what you're experiencing with that person. It's just a time to be present with yourself. Don't make too many decisions at once. Avoid the tendency to blame and find fault. The misuse of criticism can thwart your plans for happiness, reconciliation, or for the deepening of an early stage relationship. So too much too soon, desiring too much too soon from this person. Also, specifically what's coming through is using your words wisely. I feel like when you communicate to this person about what issues you're having, you do a lot of finger pointing of like, you're not doing this, you're doing that, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Instead, try this. I feel that this isn't good for me. I feel that this isn't right for me. This isn't working for me. It's about you. It's not about the other person. It's about you and your needs, at least when it comes to expression. A relationship is about both people, but if you are going to come forward to communicate with that person, you do a lot of projecting and poking, and this person doesn't respond well to that. However, what they might respond differently to is you coming forward and saying, I don't feel good about this. I don't like this, so I'm going to remove myself from this situation because I feel like I deserve better. Notice how it was all eyes and not a single you. That's really important here. Be careful of actions taken that are at cross purposes and or self-defeating. Get out of your own way. Don't be scattered or ambivalent, and poor planning can cause much confusion. Poor planning? What are you planning? Oh, again, expecting too much from this person is what's coming through. It feels like you've created a lot of fantasy in your head surrounding this connection based on very little action. And so that needs to be switched. The fantasy, which you can fully still have in your head, I think it's so important to, have romantic ideas about what you want to experience, but you can't try to fit those into a box. You have to look at the actions that are being taken, the words that are being said, the experiences that you're having with this person, and then ask yourself, okay, does this align with what I want to experience, with what I feel is the best experience for me? And if it doesn't, instead of saying, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not giving me this or that, you instead say, I'm not receiving this, so I don't want this. Like, this isn't working for me. I don't like this. Like, that's what you have to ask yourself. It just feels like your thinking was a little backwards with this person here. So no, it doesn't, ultimately, I'm intuitively picking up on no. Like, that if you actually look at what this relationship has been in comparison to what you actually wish to experience, in order to align yourself with that higher timeline in love, you have to be willing to disconnect yourself from timelines that are not that higher love. And that's all part of the alignment. And even just observing the relationship and saying, okay, well, this is interesting that this and this happened. How did I get here? How can I change this? How can I have a better outcome the next time that I have an opportunity to experience love with someone? And ultimately just trusting that in doing so, you are being led to your greatest timeline in love. So for this specific person, no. And thank you so much, Nino. You're very welcome, love. Sandra. We have Sandra. Sandra, if you can check in there. And then we have Mary, Samane, Anna, Nirvana, and Athena. For now, we have Sandra. Hi, Athena. I'm glad to see you check in. Also, thank you. Hi, Sandra. Glad to connect, my love. Okay. So you mentioned you and your current connection live in distance. He doesn't communicate his feelings with me. How is our connection? Let's dive into this. What you need to know at this time for your current connection. 9 of Roses. Okay, so this is very encouraging of independence. It's very encouraging of, it's kind of like minding your business and also releasing attachments to any business that doesn't really align. So we have a very encouraging message. The energy of this is yes, so it's a positive, uplifting message. To convert your longings for true love into a real, healthy relationship requires discipline and health. Your willpower, character, and body may soon be tested. Things will go well if you eat right, exercise, and strive to be healthy. So this is speaking quite literally. So take it as it resonates. But this is speaking quite literally about your physical reality habits. Avoid anything or anyone that impairs your judgment and physical abilities. Don't do anything to excess. Avoid intoxication, including intoxicated and otherwise negative people, as well as dangerous areas. Learn and practice self-defense techniques now so you can confidently defend you and your lover. Stay faithful to your word and to your core beliefs. So it really feels like right now, what this distance is giving you is a chance to connect to yourself. Like, what's coming through is that the universe is not giving you an opportunity to come into deeper emotional connection with this person until you come into better mental connection with yourself. Like the structures of your day-to-day, so that you are not dependent on receiving from this person, but rather can receive and share in the energy of love with this person. It's teaching you discernment, and it's also teaching you strength of your mind. I just keep getting, like, as you come into greater connection with yourself, your person is going to come into greater connection with you. So as you give to yourself more and more, and really take yourself seriously, because there's some tears in your timeline. Like, I see periods of time where, you know, you do show up for yourself. You have been doing it, but have you been doing it consistently in a way that you know you need to be doing it? Because if you are, that's when you are going to start receiving that confirmation. So overall, it feels like, yes, your connection is good. Your connection to yourself is what really needs the work right now. And I really feel like that's the last, like, piece to this connection becoming something more. Also, what's coming through is that this person just isn't very verbally expressive. What's coming through is that they're more action oriented. Like, they show through their actions. So this could be physical touch, as well as gift giving is what's coming through for this person. So their feelings are there. Their feelings are good. Like, there's good love between the two of you. It just feels like they're more on the quiet side is what comes through. And that's okay. You're so welcome, Sandra. Thank you so much. Mary, my love. I'm glad that you're able to resonate with it. Mary. Oh, wonderful. Okay. So you would like to know, for your love connection, should you ignore who you already know in favor of someone who you have not met yet? Interesting. Okay, this reading is for Mary. One of these days, it's gonna stay. The Eight of Roses. Okay, this makes me feel like you're being led to something. Like, it's for a reason that you're having these thoughts. And the answer is yes. Yes, you should, in response to your question, which is, should I ignore who I already know in favor of someone who I have not met yet? The energy and love you have been putting out comes back to you in a very positive way. Someone tells you they love you, and vice versa. A beautiful love affair is initiated, sustained, or improved via computer, email, telephone, postal letter, or any other means of communication. You may be feeling very tuned in to a wonderful person, which feels like the energy that's actually calling you away from this current connection. If so, take action and make your intentions perfectly clear. And this is speaking to the universe. Let the world know that you are up for this, that you are ready to take this leap of faith. Pay attention to signs and symbols, including body language. They are as important as words. Make plans now, not later. Live your lives together in your own unique way and follow your bliss. I'm hearing very soon you are to come into union with this person. They also meet you in a time of transition, is what's coming through, in a fairly unlikely way. Also, birds feel very significant here, specifically blue jays and hummingbirds are what's coming to mind. But yes, you should take this leap of faith on yourself right now. What came through when I connected to the current energy, which you asked about, is that it feels like it's leaving you unfulfilled, like it's lacking. It's lacking in a way that's very important. It's like core energy, like heart energy, or even just like base beliefs, like basic beliefs are not shared or reciprocated. And so there's a reason, a greater reason why you're being called away from this in favor of someone you have not met yet. And that's because you can already feel in the spiritual sense what this love is and who this person is to you. And so follow that call. Also, birds, your signs of confirmations, or your signs of confirmation that you are being led to this love. And also something about transition of moving. You could be considering transitioning or moving somewhere, but it just feels like maybe it's even just moving away from this person, like shifting away from this past love that does it for you, that ultimately leads to the connection of this new and very profound love is the word that I'm being called to describe it as. So thank you so much, Mary. Samina, you are next, my love. Samina, if you would like to check in. Then we have Anna, Nirvana, and Athena. Oh, you are moving soon. Wonderful. I love that confirmation. Absolutely. It'll be right around the corner of your move, Mary. And you are so, so welcome. Hi, Samina. Okay, love, if you would like to just put your question into the comments, and we can go ahead and pull your card. Also, for those of you wondering, the live readings are closed for the night. We have 3 left before I do the collective reading. If you still feel called to get a personal reading, I believe I will be doing them again on Sunday. I'm not going to do pre-orders for that one just because I'm not able to confirm it yet, but most likely it will be on Sunday. So if you do feel called, I would like to join. Okay. So you would like to know about these crazy feelings that you've had, these intense dreams that you've had that you feel like you can't stop. You want to know if this person feels the same. Oh, very powerful love connection, very powerful past life connection is specifically what's coming through for you, actually. And we do have the Ace of Gems, which is literally the definition of rewarded in love. Like the word is reward, and I know that this is going to be a very positive yes. What's coming through is that they're having dreams about you too. It might be something that you bond over when you're able to connect in that way. So yes, you will soon be rewarded. You will finally attain and make the most of what you have hoped, planned, and worked for. It is most likely a greatly improved love life, but you may also win something, giving you more wealth, power, and or status. So maybe this aligns because you've asked about a coworker. It may come to you as the realization of a dream, gift, inheritance, bonus, promotion, or other reward. Sex appeal, new adventures, and good chemistry between you and a partner who loves you are indicated. Good news regarding children and animals is also indicated. So it feels like whatever the family situation is going on that you both have, you're going to be able to merge in a way that's like very supportive of your growth of love together. Savor this time and realize that you have earned it, whether you or anyone else thinks you have. Interesting. You might have some jealous haters around you when this happens. That's immediately what's coming through. People in your workspace specifically, you might have just saying things behind your back, thinking whatever they want, but none of that matters. Interesting. Okay. You both have kids. Yeah, this is a confirmation that you're going, like, there's not going to be any issues. Should you choose to move forward together and to like merge families, you're not going to run into any issues. It's going to happen seamlessly, is what I'm being told. This feels like a long-awaited love. This feels like you've found each other in a past lifetime, and you found each other again in this one too. It also feels like in that past lifetime, it was a very similar situation. It was a very similar situation, the merging of families, as well as like the rising into ranks is what it feels like. You did what you had to do for your family in that lifetime. And in this one, it feels like you're being rewarded for it, actually. This feels like you're receiving the karmic reward in this lifetime for the work that you did in the last lifetime, which is very interesting. Aww, you're so sweet. I'm so glad that I could confirm that for you. Yeah, immediately connecting to your energy, that's the message that came through, was that the reason why it feels so powerful. And that past life, by the way, was like very close to this one. Like it wasn't lifetimes ago, it was like a lifetime ago. So it feels very recent. Like it feels like you're picking up with this person where you left off, and maybe that resonates with you as well. You will naturally be pushed together, is actually what I'm being told in the workplace. You'll naturally be pushed together. It will be, it's not going to feel like something that's forced. It's just going to feel very natural, the way that you both flow together. You're so, so welcome. Oh, I'm so glad I got to confirm that for you. How beautiful. Anna, my love. Anna, you are next. Then we have Nirvana and Athena. You are still going to be our last one. So much love for you, Samina. Okay. So Anna, and then Nirvana, Athena, and then of course we are going to do our collective reading. Hi, Anna. Once again, so good to connect, love. So you want to know if there are any messages from your divine counterpart. Is he in your physical field already? Because you feel him and dream about him all the time. So I am going to pull a card, but I feel called to intuitively read from the card and then just pull messages using my clairvoyancy and clairaudience. Okay. 10 of Gems. I love this. This feels like it's protected. Like it's been divinely protected. You're being divinely guided together. It also feels like there was a lot that stood in between you and this person. Like you had to learn many lessons in love. You had to love and lose and love and lose. Like there's been a lot going on between the two of you. And both of you have been fighting battles together, side by side, but spiritually. Like not in the same room, not in the same house or the same state or anything like that. Just spiritually. Like as you are fighting, so is your person, like back to back. Like when you are up, oh, I'm getting chills for this. When you are up and wielding that sword and fighting for your life to be better, whatever that looks like for you, your person is also standing behind you doing the same thing for themselves. I love when that happens. I never mean for that to happen, so it's always a really cool confirmation when it does. And even like when you're down, your person is down. Like you have both fought for this. You've both fought for this love. Oh my God, I'm getting crazy chills. I'm hearing this person say like, I'm fighting for you. Like I am fighting for you. Like literally this person is fighting for the love of you. Like the love of you. The love that they are to experience with you. This person is fighting for love. This is someone who is so much like you. I have crazy chills. They are so much like you. They stand for everything you stand for. Their heart, you bleed the same blood. You beat the same heartbeat. This feels like a twin flame union. And the only reason why I feel comfortable saying that, because I don't usually like to use that term. A lot of people get soulmates confused with twin flame unions. Twin flame unions require a time period of separation, first and foremost, but one, they require intensity, like nothing that you can find here on this earth. How do I best explain this? It's just different. Like it's a love, it's this love, a twin flame union, it literally feels like you are connecting to God. Let me go into this. It literally feels like you're connecting to God, Goddess, Source, Creation. And the reason why separation takes place is because you are afraid of God's love, or the entirety of God's love. That is the only reason why separation is necessary. And when you are ready for the entirety of God's love, when you are ready to be fully accepted, seen, heard, understood, all of it, everything, every part of you, that's when you come into this union. When you're ready to face God, like the entirety of God, and see yourself as such, and see your person as such, like you are able to recognize your person. That's a twin flame union. It's so incredibly powerful. It's the type of love that turns heads. It's the type of love that people watch. It's not the type of love that goes unseen. It's not the type of love that just blends in. It's the type of love that stands out for a very good reason. You and this person are an energetic match vibrationally, spiritually, also physically, in terms of looks, in terms of height, in terms of age. Everything just aligns. Oh my God. You're meeting your person so soon. So soon. It's on the other side of this transition. You might have met this person a time or two. You've met a version of this person in the past, but the person that you're going to come into union with is the grown version of them. It's the healed version of them. And I'm not talking like, it might literally be a different person, but you are going to be able to recognize the power of this person, like the intensity of this love. But you're not afraid of it anymore because you're ready for it. So messages from your divine counterpart. That song, which has also showed up in a couple of my readings, I loved you for a lifetime. You're my favorite movie. So this person daydreams about you. Specifically, daydreams is what's coming to mind. I don't know that this person dreams. And maybe that's where you come in. Maybe that's where you have completion with each other. But he specifically daydreams. You give this person hope for a brighter future, a better future. Like I said, like you both have fought for this love. Oh my God, you've been fighting your whole lives for each other. Oh my God, I'm just like, the feeling and the images of two, you know how they talk about like two universes colliding? That's what it feels like. That's what I'm seeing, is literally like two planets coming into collision, exploding into light. I think the reason why it's been taking its time, confirmation, is because you won't be able to separate again after you come into union with this person. You won't be able to separate again. And so you really have to be aligned. Like, you really have to be in the right spot at the right time, doing the right thing by God. Wow. Like, you are everything to this person. So intense. So intense. And I'm also hearing fire meets life. Specifically, like, fire and air sign is what comes to mind, but it doesn't have to be that. By fire and air sign, I mean air supports fire. Air feeds fire. And this is just a confirmation of, like, this person's love is going to fuel you. Like, this person wants to feed you love this time, not the other way around. Oh, perfect. Okay, you are a Leo. So maybe you will recognize this person as an air sign then. Because it's going to, like, your fire is going to be next level when this person loves you. The way that this person loves you. Like, fire dancing is what the world is going to see, which is actually quite beautiful. It can be destructive, but it feels contained by this air in a way that still allows fire to be free, but in a way that allows it to dance on the earth rather than destroy the earth. Confirmation. Thank you so much, Anna. It is always an honor to be able to connect to you. Such beautiful energy and such a beautiful union that is taking place for you. I can only imagine how excited you must be to know that it's happening. Nirvana, you are going to be next, love, and then Athena, and then of course the collective reading to close our time together. You're so welcome, Anna. Hi, Nirvana. Okay. You want to know if I see a reunion with your divine counterpart in the near future that leads to long-term commitment, wish fulfillment. So immediately, using my clairvoyance and clairaudience, I heard yes. I heard yes as soon as I read it. Do you see a reunion with your divine counterpart? A lot of tears from the both of you is what's coming through. A lot of missing each other. If you're missing this person is also missing you. I'm picking up that they miss you too. Like, it hurts this person to be away from you, is what it feels like. And maybe you're also feeling that. And I'm hearing never again. Never again. A confirmation of the long-term commitment you asked for. Because never again will you be separated. And I love that this reading is coming right after. It's so funny because I was just thinking to myself, I was like, oh my God, that was such a powerful, powerful channel to come through. And I was like, I really hope that I'm able to, have that energy come through for the next person. I hope that it's not something where I have to like tell them something that's going to be disappointing. And I love that Spirit aligned these readings. This is how magical the universe is, okay, everybody? Spirit aligned these readings in such a way that Anna chose to order, and then Nirvana placed an order right after, and Spirit already knew what I was going to channel for Anna, and knew that Nirvana was going to be right after, to receive a message that is just as positive and uplifting, and just good feeling to have come through. So anyway, I just love the way the universe works because it always works out like that. So yes, there is the long-term commitment coming in for you. Never again are you to be away from each other. I'm being shown specifically in the cold seasons. I'm glad that, okay, I'm glad that you're able to confirm that with chills and everything. You're so, so welcome. You asked about near future, so I am seeing this person making a climb, like they are climbing a literal ladder. They have snow gear on and everything. It's like a snow-covered mountain. So that leads me to believe that it's in the dead of winter. So for example, where I'm from, I believe that's January, February are those specific months that he makes it to the top of this mountain and begins his descent downward. So most likely leading out of March leading into April is the timing that I'm being shown for this. So I'm really glad that I was able to confirm that for you. Thank you so much, Nirvana. Athena, you are our last one of the night. So if you would like to just check in and let me know in the comments what you would like to know. And then of course, the collective reading. Okay, so you would like to know what is coming in for you in love now. Very serious energy. It like pulled me out of my, it's giving me like earth sign energy, or just very grounded energy is what it feels like. So you'd like to know what is coming in for you in love now. This is for Athena. Interesting. So we had two come out, but they are both wings cards. So we have balance and we have the Prince of Wings, the challenger. This feels like someone coming back from your past. I'm not gonna lie to you. This gives me the energy of someone who was previously in a very youthful, kind of like an immature energy, coming back, but only after they've done the work. Like only after they've actually shown up and done the work for themselves. This feels like a very significant love coming through as well. It feels like a young love, like someone you knew in a past life. And it just feels like they're coming back in a different energy is what I'm picking up on. So the exact message is that you are about to meet or be required to take on the role of a person with the qualities of the Prince of Wings. Strong measures will be taken to turn ideas and ideals into reality. A curious person possessing a mind, always seeking to expand and grow, will be exciting and attractive. Yeah, this is someone who feels like they're in the mindset of wanting to learn and grow in love versus just take and kind of like control, which is giving me the past energies. Clever, outspoken, and knowledgeable about current events. So this could be someone who's very involved in the stock market, pays attention to news. YouTube is specifically also what comes to mind. And culture, pop culture. This person who devours everything from data to trivia is constantly entertaining and is a great resource for information. Also very powerful sense of humor is what's coming through. The search for insights and power of analysis will also be a turn on to you and or your partner. It feels like they are going to do all the things that you don't really want to do, but know that you need in your life. That's what this person feels like. Don't think about long-term commitments. Rethink your ideas about relationships. Your next step will soon become clear. It is crucial that you like someone for their mind, not their money or their looks, to be successful in love and career. This prince can help you get connected to what is best for your highest good and greatest joy. No need to hurry now, even though that might be your tendency. Try to be more reflective and you can reach your goals. This love that you're about to enter into, this person that you're about to meet, they take themselves more seriously than you take yourself. And they are going to require you to learn and grow alongside them in love. It can't be about, oh, well, what can I receive from this person? It has to be, okay, what can I experience with this person? Their characteristics, their personality, you really like. They're serious, but they're funny. And something about them knowing when and how to use each one of those characteristics is really significant here for this as well. I'm hearing it's very easy for you to get the ick, especially in public situations. This person can read a room. This person can read a room better than you can read a room, is what's coming through. Now, they are going to be physical in attraction. However, they aren't going to be your typical look. They're going to be like a hot nerd is specifically what's coming through. I know that's, I don't use this language. They're going to be like a hot nerd. Like, this is someone who's going to be very intelligent. They might even wear glasses at times, sometimes, not all the time is what's coming through. They have a very good fashion sense. Like, this person knows how to dress for the occasion. You might even find yourselves bonding over clothes or shopping for clothes. Let's see, what else? They're very close with their mother and their grandmother is also what's coming through. Very good relationship. They very much care for their family. Like if there's something that their mother or their grandmother need, like, they are on it. They are right there for it. They might even take care of them financially is what's coming through. I'm hearing this person is very well-rounded for you. Now, they're not very soft. They look soft. That's what's interesting about this person's look, is that they look soft, but they're very hard-edged, like internally. Very strong-minded, very intelligent, and very loving, like very good with their love. They are going to bring out a side of you that even you haven't met yet, is also what's coming through. They're going to bring out the soft side in you. Because even when I first connected to your energy, it felt very hard-edged. It felt like I was like in like a little high, very light energy, and as soon as I connected to your energy, I was like, oh, okay, like, let's get serious now. And so you have this like more serious presence that you show the majority of the world. However, this person is going to bring out a very soft, very giggly, very young-hearted version of you. And it's only going to happen because they allow you to feel safe. Like, that's the only way that it'll happen. And this person isn't going to leave. This person is going to stay. This person wants to stay for you. I'm even picking up maybe there's like a father abandonment or masculine abandonment wounds. This could have even just been in past relationships as well. But this person is like, once they're in your life, I'm seeing them like set as stone. Like this person is like a stone figure in your life, as in like not moving, not going anywhere. Like you can rely on this person. You can establish trust in this person because it's a very, very strong foundation. Like that's just overall this person's presence. So that is what I feel is coming in for you in love. But again, I think what stands between you and meeting this person is the idea that the person needs to look a certain way. And I think in releasing that, you're going to be very pleasantly surprised by the fact that this person doesn't look how they are on the inside. It's almost like they're going to be a weapon, like you are a weapon is what it feels like. So thank you so much, Athena. A beautiful reading to end the night on. And thank you so much for everyone who showed up tonight, who received a personal reading, and just those of you who have stuck around. We are going to be pulling a card for the collective. So how I do this is I just ask that everyone take a collective breath together, which I will lead you into. Have your question ready. Say your question out loud if you feel called. Have your question in your mind. Your third eye connect to your heart space. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale and exhale. So this is going to be what you need to know. For those of you who did receive personal readings, I encourage you to just take what resonates, the little bit, and leave what doesn't. It's not going to be an overall message for you. Or maybe there was one more question that you had in mind that you would just like confirmed, in which case, please take what resonates and always leave what doesn't. Interesting. So we have a few cards coming up. This is interesting. It's interesting because we have two wings, 9 and 5, defeat and obsession, and we have the Emperor and the Empress, but the Empress came out in reverse. You know what's coming through is that there might be someone seeing you in a different light. Maybe you're seeing yourself in a different light now. Maybe you're giving something up. Giving something up. The Sun card coming out. Good. Can you clarify all of this? Because it feels like we're leaving something behind. Something you thought was what you wanted. So the clarifier card was the Prince of Shells. I don't know why, I just get the energy that there was a fool of something was fooled, or someone was fooled. The Prince of Shells is reversed and has his back to us, symbolizing he has not only rejected conventional notions of what is right and proper, but he has turned notions of good and evil on their heads. His hunting horn touches the ground, signifying he wishes to elevate the most earthly pursuits to the heavens, but has lost his sense of direction. You are about to meet or confront the qualities within yourself of a person like the Prince of Shells. He may seem to be a Don Juan, skilled beyond his years in the ways of love, who acts boldly on his romantic, sensual, and sexual impulses, and explores them in ways most people are too inhibited to even imagine. But in actuality, his appetites are out of control and a danger to himself and others. His bohemian lifestyle is a facade. He is simply not capable of functioning successfully in the world and is floating through life. His excessive, goalless hedonism now bores him, and the misfits that pass for his friends. This could indicate an addictive personality. The need for more intense pleasures may deteriorate into empty promises and empty wine bottles. Be careful with your sexuality and sexual practices. Someone may be lying to get you into bed. Another person is attracted to this someone, and jealousy may erupt. You might discover someone close to you is a gigolo or worse. Perfect. Now, I actually love this card. I love this card because a lot of times, and I feel like it's really important for this message to come through right now, a lot of times when you level up in life, and this is going to resonate or it's not, new levels, new devils. New levels, new devils. A lot of times when you make space in your life, when you choose to leave something or someone behind, you open yourself once more to the world, right? You are open, you are alive, you are fearless, you are brave. And as soon as you leave something or someone behind, you imagine, yes, I am being led into my greatest union, my greatest love. You think that the closer you get to that God energy, that source energy, that divine union, you think that the closer you get to that the devil's just going to be like, okay, yeah, God, you can have her. You can have him. No. No. He's going to send his best soldiers, okay? He's going to send his best. You're about to connect to the best. The devil's got that too, okay? So just keep that in mind. It's really important. If you know, you know. If it resonates, it resonates. New levels, new devils. You know what divine union means. Divine union means that you meet God in human form. You meet yourself. You meet God's love, right? Source creation. You meet the universe's love. You know what that looks like. You know what that feels like. Use your discernment. You are not this frail and fragile creature. You are strong. You are wise. And you are intuitive. You know what you know. So, I love that this came through because it wasn't super light and uplifting. And I had these cards come out. I was like, no, this isn't right. Like, no, none of this. And even this one, I was like, no. But I was like, I have to do it because I asked for this clarity card. That was exactly what needed to come through. I genuinely believe that. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for everyone who was able to join tonight. I am so honored and so grateful, and I just bow to all of you and your bravery, your vulnerability, for showing up, for doing the work on yourself, and just for sharing in this space. It's such a beautiful energy to be in with all of you. So once again, thank you, and I will definitely see you all soon. Have a beautiful night. Sending so much love.